ladies and gentlemen. Life does not wait for you. Time does not pause for your fears. Every moment you waste feeding your weaknesses is a moment you rob from your true potential. The weak version of yourself thrives on complacency. It seeks the easiest path, avoiding any challenge that might cause discomfort. It is the part of you that hesitates when faced with an opportunity because of fear. It is the voice that whispers, "Stay in bed a little longer. You can start tomorrow. It's too hard." This version of you is fragile, easily shaken by criticism, overwhelmed by minor setbacks, and quick to surrender when things don't go as planned. It finds solace in distractions, preferring entertainment over education, pleasure over progress, and temporary comfort over long-term fulfillment. But there is another version of you, one that refuses to be controlled by weakness. This version understands that growth is not found in ease but in struggle. It thrives in discipline, knowing that mastery is built through repetition and effort. It is the part of you that wakes up early when it would be easier to sleep in, that shows up even when motivation is nowhere to be found, and that pushes through self-doubt because it knows success is earned, not given. This version of you takes responsibility instead of making excuses. It doesn't blame circumstances, luck, or other people. It looks inward and asks, "What can I do to improve? How can I adapt and grow?" Every time you choose the easier path, you strengthen the weak version of yourself. Every time you put off your goals, skip the workout, avoid the difficult conversation, or choose comfort over progress, you are feeding the part of you that keeps you stagnant. But every time you take action despite discomfort, push through resistance, and stay committed when things get difficult, you are reinforcing the strong version of yourself. There is no middle ground. You cannot be both weak and strong at the same time. You are either making choices that push you forward or ones that hold you back. The problem is that many people allow the weak version to win, thinking they have unlimited time to change. But time does not wait, and neither does opportunity. If you do not take control of yourself now, the weak version will become your default, and before you know it, years will pass with nothing to show but regret. You already know what needs to be done. You already know the version of yourself that you need to become. The only thing standing in your way is the version of you that refuses to let go of comfort, fear, and excuses. The question is not whether you have what it takes. The question is whether you will kill that weak version of yourself before it kills your potential. Weakness is not something you are born with. It is something you allow to take root through repeated choices. No one is destined to be weak, just as no one is guaranteed to be strong. Every action you take, every decision you make, either moves you toward resilience or further into weakness. The truth is, weakness is not forced upon you by fate, genetics, or external circumstances. It is a pattern of behavior, a mindset that is built over time through avoidance, excuses, and a lack of discipline. Many people believe that they are simply not strong enough to endure challenges, that they lack the natural ability to succeed, or that their circumstances prevent them from achieving greatness. But these are just illusions, comfortable lies that keep people trapped in a cycle of mediocrity. Strength is not given, it is built. The only reason some people seem stronger, more disciplined, and more capable is because they have chosen, repeatedly, to develop those traits. They did not wait to be blessed with courage or resilience. They forged it through hardship and persistence. Weakness is fed by every excuse you make, every time you allow fear to dictate your actions, and every time you surrender to comfort rather than pushing through discomfort. It is easy to blame circumstances, to say that life has been unfair, that you were dealt a bad hand. But if you accept these excuses as truth, you surrender your power. You become a victim of life rather than a master of it. Strength, on the other hand, is built when you reject those excuses, when you take responsibility for your life despite the challenges. Pain and struggle are inevitable. Life will throw difficulties your way, and hardships will come whether you want them to or not. But whether these hardships make you stronger or weaker depends entirely on how you respond to them. Some people allow failure, rejection, or setbacks to break them, using them as justification for giving up. Others take those same struggles and use them as fuel, as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to prove their own resilience. The situation itself does not determine the outcome. Your response does. You do not need to be born with exceptional talent, intelligence, or resources to become strong. You only need the willingness to endure, to face challenges without running, and to discipline yourself to do what is necessary instead of what is easy. Strength is earned, not gifted. It is carved from repeated effort, from pushing through when you don't feel like it, from refusing to accept weakness as your identity. The only thing standing between you and a stronger, more disciplined version of yourself is the decision to stop choosing weakness. The moment you stop giving in to fear, doubt, and laziness, you begin to reclaim control. You are not weak because of fate, you are weak because of choices, and at any moment you can make a different choice. Pain and failure are not your enemies, they are your greatest teachers, the forces that shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. Yet most people spend their lives running from them, avoiding discomfort at all costs, and fearing failure as if it were a permanent mark of inadequacy. This avoidance is what keeps people weak. It prevents growth, limits potential, and locks individuals into a cycle of mediocrity. The truth is, the more you resist pain and failure, the more power they have over you. But if you learn to embrace them, you will unlock the kind of strength that most people never reach. Pain is not something to be feared, it is something to be understood. It is the body's and mind's way of signaling growth, an indicator that you are stepping beyond your current limitations. Whether it's the physical pain of training your body, the mental exhaustion of learning something difficult, or the emotional struggle of pushing through adversity, all pain serves a purpose. It breaks you down only to rebuild you stronger, if you let it. The people who achieve greatness are not those who have avoided pain, but those who have endured it, faced it, and emerged better because of it. Failure operates in the same way. Society conditions us to see failure as something shameful, something that defines us as not good enough. But failure is not an endpoint. It is a lesson, a necessary step on the path to mastery. No one who has ever achieved anything meaningful did so without failing, often multiple times. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not intelligence, luck, or talent. It is how they respond to failure. Those who let failure discourage them remain stuck, while those who learn from it and adjust their approach become unstoppable. Pain and failure are unavoidable. You will experience them whether you like it or not. Life will test you, challenge you, and push you to your limits. But if you see these challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles, you will begin to use them as fuel. Every time you push through pain, you build resilience. Every time you fail and try again, you develop wisdom and experience. This is the process of growth. Pain refines you, and failure educates you. Avoiding pain and failure does not lead to a better life. It leads to stagnation. The people who refuse to take risks, who never step outside their comfort zones, and who shield themselves from discomfort, end up weaker, more fearful, and filled with regret. Strength comes from facing difficulties head-on, from embracing the discomfort that others avoid. The sooner you stop fearing pain and failure, the sooner you start unlocking your true potential. You are not meant to live a life of avoidance. You are meant to overcome, to endure, and to rise above. Pain is not your enemy. Failure is not your enemy. They are the forces that forge you into someone unbreakable, if you are willing to face them. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to wake you up early, push you to work harder, or force you to become the person you are meant to be. No one is going to magically remove your problems or hand you success on a silver platter. If you are waiting for someone to rescue you, to motivate you, or to make things easier, you will be waiting forever. The truth is harsh but liberating. Your life is your responsibility, and the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can take control of your destiny. Many people waste years believing that external forces will change their circumstances. They wait for the right opportunity, the perfect timing, or the ideal mentor who will guide them to success. But those who achieve real growth and success do not wait. They take action. They understand that no one is obligated to help them, and they do not expect handouts, shortcuts, or guarantees. They take full responsibility for their own development, knowing that everything they desire must be earned through discipline, effort, and resilience. Blaming others or external conditions for your lack of progress is easy. but it accomplishes nothing. The government will not save you. Society will not save you. Your family, friends, or employer are not responsible for making your life better. Even those who care about you the most cannot force you to change. They may support you, encourage you, or give you advice, but ultimately it is up to you to do the work. If you are struggling, if you are stuck, if you feel lost, then it is on you to find a way forward. Life is filled with challenges, obstacles, and hardships. Some people are born into more difficult circumstances than others, but dwelling on unfairness changes nothing. Strength comes from recognizing that no matter where you start, you have the power to shape where you end up. The moment you stop waiting for help and start acting with full responsibility is the moment your life begins to change. Discipline is the foundation of this mindset. You must train yourself to take action even when you do not feel like it. You must push yourself even when no one is watching. The weak wait for motivation. The strong build habits that make motivation irrelevant. When you take control of your actions, your mindset, and your daily choices, you realize that you do not need saving. You become your own savior. This realization is not meant to discourage you, it is meant to empower you. If no one is coming to save you, that means you are free. You do not need permission to start. You do not need approval to grow. Everything you need to change your life is already within you. You just have to take action. There is no more waiting. There is no more hoping. There is only doing. The question is, will you take responsibility, or will you keep waiting for a rescue that will never come? Action is the only answer. No amount of thinking, wishing, or planning will change your life if you do not take action. You can read every book, watch every motivational video, and make the most detailed plans, but none of it matters if you do not execute. Progress is built through movement, through effort, through doing, not through endless contemplation. Many people convince themselves that they need to wait for the right moment, the perfect opportunity, or a feeling of motivation before they begin. They tell themselves they need more knowledge, more preparation, or more confidence before they take the first step. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. You do not need to feel ready, you just need to start. The greatest breakthroughs come not from perfect planning, but from learning through experience, adapting as you go, and embracing imperfection. Fear often holds people back from taking action. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of making mistakes. But inaction is the biggest failure of all. When you do nothing, you guarantee no progress. When you hesitate, you allow doubt to take control. Action, however, eliminates fear. The more you do, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more confidence you build. The mind creates excuses to protect you from discomfort, but action is the weapon that destroys those excuses. No one ever became strong, successful, or disciplined by sitting around and waiting. Strength is built by doing the hard things consistently. Success comes from taking small steps every day, even when the results are not immediate. Discipline is developed by showing up, especially when you do not feel like it. Action is the foundation of every achievement in history. Those who move forward, despite uncertainty, despite imperfection, despite fear, are the ones who accomplish great things. Many people overcomplicate success, looking for secret formulas or shortcuts. But it all comes down to one simple truth. Those who act win, and those who hesitate lose. The person who takes consistent action, even with flaws and mistakes, will always surpass the person who waits for the perfect plan. Momentum builds when you keep moving. The first steps may be difficult, but with each action the process becomes easier. Small wins accumulate into big victories. What once seemed impossible becomes routine. You can analyze, plan, and dream all you want, but until you take action, nothing changes. Everything you desire, strength, success, discipline, purpose, is on the other side of consistent effort. The longer you delay, the further you remain from the life you want. The choice is simple. Take action now, or remain stuck in the same place forever. No one is going to do it for you. No amount of thinking will replace the necessity of doing. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Move forward. Action is the only answer. Discipline and resilience are the keys that unlock your true potential. Without them, even the greatest talent, intelligence, or opportunity will remain dormant, wasted. The ability to stay disciplined and to bounce back from adversity is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who never reach their full capacity. These traits are not given, they are earned, cultivated through daily effort and consistent commitment to improvement. While motivation may come and go, discipline and resilience remain as the constant driving forces that propel you forward no matter the circumstances. Discipline is the foundation of success. It is the ability to stay focused and committed to your goals, even when distractions arise or when you face moments of discomfort. It is the willingness to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. In a world full of instant gratification and distractions, discipline is what allows you to stay on course, to keep showing up even when it's hard. It's about prioritizing long-term rewards over short-term comfort, knowing that each small step forward adds up to significant progress over time. Without discipline, the journey toward any goal becomes erratic, inconsistent, and ultimately unproductive. You cannot rely on motivation alone because it is fleeting. But with discipline, you can push through on the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks, to bounce back stronger after failure or hardship. Life will inevitably throw challenges at you, whether they are personal struggles, professional setbacks, or external pressures. It is easy to be discouraged when things don't go as planned, when you experience failure or rejection. But resilience allows you to take those failures, learn from them, and continue moving forward. It's not about avoiding obstacles, but about how you respond when they appear. Resilient people understand that pain and failure are part of the process. They don't see them as signs of weakness or reasons to quit. They view them as stepping stones to growth and improvement. When you build resilience, you are able to face adversity without being defeated by it. You develop a mindset that views challenges as opportunities to become stronger. Both discipline and resilience work in tandem. Discipline keeps you moving forward, even when you don't feel like it, while resilience ensures you keep going when things get tough. One without the other creates imbalance. Discipline without resilience may lead to burnout when faced with repeated setbacks, while resilience without discipline may lead to scattered efforts that lack consistency. Together, they create a powerful combination that allows you to navigate the ups and downs of life while continuing to pursue your goals with determination. Ultimately, discipline and resilience are the catalysts for unlocking your true potential. They ensure that you stay on track, no matter the obstacles in your way, and that you grow stronger every time you face adversity. The more you build these qualities, the more you realize that nothing can stop you. Your potential is limitless when you combine the power of discipline with the strength of resilience. You become unstoppable. So remember this: the path to your true potential is not a straight line. It is a journey full of twists, turns, challenges, and setbacks. But with discipline, you stay the course. With resilience, you rise every time you fall. No one can do the work for you. No one can face the challenges for you. The power to transform your life lies in your hands. Through every disciplined action you take and every obstacle you overcome, you already have everything you need to succeed. You have the strength to endure, the ability to adapt, and the potential to achieve far beyond what you may think is possible. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment, stop hoping for someone to save you, and start stepping into the person you were always meant to become. Your true potential is waiting to be unlocked. Now, go out and make it happen.